Welcome in, everyone. Time now 6 o'clock here on this Thursday morning, the day after Christmas. Thank you for joining us here. I'm Jason Hackett. Alicia has the morning off. Let's get to John in the backyard for a look at our post-Christmas Day weather.
Yes.
It's going to be a little bit rainy, John.
Yeah, we're going to get some rain here tonight into Friday. Again, I'm not excited about the rain, but again, I cannot control that. So roads have been good, though. For all of us driving around, tons of driving. You know, roads were packed yesterday. Looks like it's going to be another good day if you are heading somewhere, at least here in the Twin Cities. Now, the fog gets really dense when you get outside of Minnesota, when you get into Wisconsin, and when you go down into Iowa. That's where the fog is thick. And because of 20s and the fog, they do have a winter weather advisory out until noon. Now, I'm doing more of a regional look at this because somebody's traveling through 94 today here watching. So again, you'll hit icy spots potentially in Osseo, Wisconsin. Now, that's still two and a half, 3 hours away from Minneapolis. So if you just held off until 9 or 10 and then you hit the roads into Wisconsin, you'd probably be okay. It's just this morning if you were leaving right now. 31 degrees out there. It is 28 for the dew point. Temperature and dew point are pretty close, so that's why we have patchy fog. If they were touching the same, then we would have thick fog like everyone else. So the reason they have thicker fog is the temperatures cool down a couple of degrees there in Wisconsin. Also double-edged sword, they're in the 20s. And whenever you have fog in the 20s, you're always susceptible to some freezing fog. 32 to start, 37 to end, cloudy skies. Today is a dry day. We'll talk about rain coming in tonight, but really Friday night, we'll track that rain system and maybe talk about a little bit of some snow mixing in. Cece?
Hey there, hope your morning's off to a great start. I want to show you the bigger map to start because things are looking pretty quiet across the metro right now. I saw a possible vehicle spin out and then a stalled vehicle, but those cleared pretty fast. If we're talking about the best and worst times to leave today, I'd probably try to get out the door before 11 o'clock. If you're not working today and just hanging out with family, you'll probably see the most traffic around noon to 5. Taking a live look here down in Eagan just to show you what I'm talking about, that quiet that I've been talking about. Good morning if you're waking up there. Some people out and about, but mostly smooth sailing. Jason.
All right, Cece, thank you very much. This morning, millions of Americans are heading back home from the holidays. MSP expecting the next 2 days to be their busiest this travel period. Our Audrey Russo is live in Terminal 1 right now. And Audrey, in the last hour, things are really starting to pick up out there.
Yeah, Jason, they picked up and now they ebb and flow, really. Things are a little bit calmer out here. The line to get through security is about 20 minutes. I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to take a little escalator ride up here so you guys can get a different bird's eye view of all the action. But essentially, from what I can see, things are moving fairly quickly here at MSP, and that is really the hope, right? The hope is that things go smoothly post-Christmas because we all know they didn't go smoothly pre-Christmas. You may remember that American Airlines had to ground some flights on Christmas Eve due to a technical error. Plus, there were some weather woes that really added to those travel headaches. Now, I took a look at FlightAware in the last 10 minutes, and the number of canceled flights across the country is about 21 right now, so really not too many. No delays or cancellations that I could see on the flight boards here at MSP. But, of course, we know it's a busy travel day, and that could change. So what happens if your flight is canceled? Well, you may be entitled to some financial compensation, and that's not just a line from an infomercial. It's actually because of a new rule from the Department of Transportation. I'll break that down in about 30 minutes, but for now, Jason, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Audrey Russo with that bird's eye view over at MSP Airport. Thank you so much. We'll check in with you soon. Well, if you're hitting the road instead, gas prices are in your favor. Here are the new averages from AAA this morning. $2.85 a gallon in Minnesota. If you have a 16-gallon tank, you're going to probably pay around $45 if you fill up from empty. It's a little bit cheaper in Wisconsin at $2.78 a gallon, both beating the national average at $3.04. And if you're heading home or to a holiday destination for a long weekend, AAA says the worst times on the roads will be between noon and 5. The best time will be before 11. And tomorrow and Saturday, the busiest times on the roads will be in the afternoon until about 7. Here in the metro, you'll see the most traffic on Sunday around 4:30, especially if you're traveling on 94 from Wisconsin. Well, time now 6:05. Right now, 2 parents are behind bars in St. Paul for the death of their 1.5-year-old on Christmas. St. Paul police say officers found the infant unresponsive yesterday afternoon. The child was taken to the hospital where they were pronounced dead. Police say narcotics may have been involved in that infant's death. We're learning the longest serving woman in the Minnesota legislature has died. The Speaker of the House, Melissa Hartman, shared on Facebook former state representative Mary Murphy passed away after suffering a stroke last week. The governor posting on X that she was, quote, a true champion for the Northland. We're now less than a week away from 2025, and as we ring in the new year, Raya Katene has a look at new laws that will take effect, from renters' rights to job transparency and a so-called Taylor Swift bill.
Starting January 1st, if you're a renter in Minnesota, you'll be protected by a new law allowing you to join or form tenant associations to ask for better living conditions. The law prohibits landlords from punishing renters who join an association and report code violations, ask for help, or testify about their rental condition. If you do, landlords cannot raise your rent, change your lease, take legal action, or contact law enforcement about your immigration status. New year, new career. If you're thinking of getting a new job in 2025, you may be happy to hear Minnesota employers will be required to disclose the salary range on all job postings.